Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of May 13th. These readings are going to be a little quicker than usual. I have a time crunch this entire month, but let's get started. You have this cow spirit, it says the miracles are endless. You have this deer spirit, says bring a gentle touch. So there could be miracles coming in for you here, Aquarius. We're going to have to see like where these miracles are entering into your life. It definitely could be financial with that Nine of Pentacles here. So if you've been trying to improve your finances, yeah, you have the Eight of Pentacles as well. You could be discovering like new ways to improve your finances or new ways to make more money, which is great. So I like to see that. Yeah, you have the Ace of Pentacles as well. So this is looking pretty good financially, I would say. And I kind of, maybe that's what your focus is anyway, right? Is that you are trying to improve your finances. So you start off the reading with the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands, it's kind of, I kind of get this feeling that you're almost like being thrust into something here. The Seven of Wands, he has two different shoes on his feet. And those two different shoes kind of represent the fact that maybe he had to like rush out of his house to defend his position at the top of a hill. So he didn't really have time to, to get ready, is what this is saying. And so I do feel like some of you, there could be something happening in your life where you're kind of being pushed into something. It doesn't feel really bad to me, although you have this dagger card that says conflict and danger lie in wait. Wouldn't worry about it. This deck is a little bit dramatic. We'll look into it. You do end with the Nine of Swords, which I don't necessarily like, but again, we're going to clarify it. So I wouldn't worry just yet. It's a pretty positive reading in general. So again, two cards do not make the reading, as I like to say. But what I would say here is I kind of feel like you've been like pushed into something or have had to do something quickly. You have the Nine of Pentacles as your crossing energy. The crossing energy can be what hurts you or helps you in a Celtic cross. So the Nine of Pentacles is about independence and, being able to take care of yourself. I kind of feel like, I'm reading for a bunch of you, and I feel like some of you are in this position where you are able to do the work and take care of yourself, and I feel like others of you are not. So it's like you're kind of in, some of you, you're all over the place with this reading. The Nine of Pentacles is about focus and gratitude. So she has that falcon right here on her hand, and it kind of represents needing to focus on what's important and making sure you're not being distracted by things that are not important. I'm sure you've all had a person in your life, right, where it's like they're working towards something, then something little tiny happens over here and it totally consumes them and they can't get back on track. And I kind of get the feeling here that this reading is saying, the miracles are endless, but make sure that you're staying on track. Make sure that you're not allowing little things that pop up distract you from what's really important. And I kind of feel that's really the message I'm getting there. In the area of your thoughts, you have the Six of Cups. Again, you and Leo, for whatever reason, keep, your opposite signs, but you keep getting this card in the area of your thoughts. Or like even when I do other readings, I kind of feel it's talking about your thoughts. And the Six of Cups is about a turnaround, or the Six of Cups is kind of about, really what I feel like it is for you and Leo, is thinking about the way things used to be. This is a card of nostalgia. And so you could be thinking about like when life was easier, when life kind of moved in different directions, or things were better, or whatever. And, I don't really feel this is like bad, but I also don't think that it's like great. Again, I think that we need to focus forward right now, and we need to focus on building new things in life, and we need to kind of like let go of the past, right? Or the way things used to be. I think if you could do that, that you would kind of free yourself up mentally, which Nine of Swords, right? Nine of Swords is kind of like a card of needing to free yourself up mentally. In the area of your foundation, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is like really good. It's like says you're working, you're putting the work in. It doesn't even have to be work. It could be working on anything in your life. And he's almost done. He's got like one more pentacle right here that he has to get done, but he is almost at the end of his journey of work. And so I feel for a lot of you, like whatever you've been working towards, you're actually very close to accomplishing your goal, or you are very close to accomplishing, what you set out to accomplish in the first place. Obviously this is a good thing. So I kind of see accomplishments here. In your past position, you have the Page of Swords, sorry. Page of Swords is a card of like, can be a card of sneakiness, or kind of like someone who has secrets or someone who's spying on you, things like that. I do get like a little bit of a secretive energy here. So, I'm not sure if these are your secrets or someone else's secrets, but, whatever. There just could have been secrets in a past situation. For some of you, could be thinking about a person here. right here. I feel like that Nine of Swords is encouraging you to not repeat a cycle. So, again, I would be careful of repeating any cycles. If you did have some sort of weird ending with a person, you have this Hands of Fate card. It says forces beyond your control intervened. So, again, if there was some sort of weird situation with a person, it could be a friend as well. Like maybe you lost a friend, maybe a friend walked away from you or has left your life or something. I kind of feel this is saying, trust that the universe led this person away from you. Even if this was like a breakup or a separation, something that you went through, there is probably a good reason for it. Nine of Swords is repeating a nightmare, so I really feel not necessarily a bad reading, but I do feel it's a good reading. It says the miracles are endless, and we are going to clarify through here, but I kind of feel that Nine of Swords is saying, there could be an opportunity to repeat a mistake, and it's saying don't repeat a mistake in the future. In the area of your very near future, you have the Death card. Again, I would be careful of anyone coming back saying that they've changed, because you have that Dagger card. It says conflict and danger lie in wait. It doesn't really have to be that big of a deal. These cards are a little dramatic, like I say, and cards can't control your life. But what I would say is, there could be a person who's like saying they've changed, but they haven't. I feel like the Death card is encouraging you to go through the full transformation. Even your next card is the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles is like a bright new opportunity. It's something that you can nurture into existence. And, it's something that you can actually put your heart and soul into and have it turn out positively. So I really feel that the Death card, it's almost like I get this feeling from your reading, especially this part of the reading here. Like everything from here over is kind of saying that you are almost at the end. This right here, this white rose that is on his banner, it kind of represents the light at the end of the tunnel. It kind of says that you are at the end of a transformation. Don't go backwards. And I kind of feel that's what this reading is saying. So, something pops up like from the past, or if there's an opportunity for you to change, repeat a cycle, I would say don't. Sometimes I feel also like if we're trying to accomplish a goal, wish, dream in our life, that sometimes we get very close to the goal and then we run away from it, right? And I feel like this is saying no back checking, right? And what back checking is like, I think Esther Hicks says it best that, if you're traveling from New York to Los Angeles, you just follow the highway to Los Angeles. You don't go from New York to Pennsylvania and then go back to New York to make sure that you're actually going in the right direction. You just follow the map. You're going in the right direction. Keep moving forward, right? And that's really the feeling I get here. It's like saying you're like, 3/4 of the way to Los Angeles. Don't go back to New York, right? Don't go backwards with this energy, because you're actually much closer to your accomplishing your goal than you realize. Again, anyone who's accomplished anything will tell you that, right before they accomplish this right here, that they felt like they were never going to get there. So I think that, this is kind of saying it doesn't matter what this is in your life. It doesn't matter if it's, work related or business or love or whatever. I feel this is saying like, hey, you're about to have a breakthrough, or you're about to experience maybe even a miracle. And the miracle could just be like an opportunity. The Ace of Pentacles kind of represents receiving an opportunity that has a lot of potential. But, potential means nothing. You have to be the one to put the time, effort, energy into whatever it is that you're working on. And if you do that, you will accomplish something great. So the Ace of Pentacles is, there's this garden right here. And the garden on the Ace of Pentacles kind of says that you have to nurture something and treat it like a garden. You have to give it love, sunlight, attention. You have to water it, fertilize it, get rid of the bugs, and all that other stuff, right? But if you nurture something into existence, then you will have that, that growth, that breakthrough. So there's clearly a much better opportunity coming in for you here. You have the Strength card. This is coming up in the area of your closest relationships. So I feel like you've been patient. I also feel, I think Aquarius has had moments where they realize like who has their best interest at heart and who doesn't. So you maybe have realized that some people you trusted you can't, other people that you haven't trusted you should have, and that's part of life, right? I feel like you've just learned some of those lessons. And the beautiful thing about the Strength card is it kind of says that you are implementing those lessons that you've learned from relationships, all relationships, not just love, but you are putting those things into practice now. And now you are kind of moving forward, trusting the right people, or, you're developing relationships in a healthy way. And that's really all I feel this is talking about. In the area of your near future or your future feelings, you have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands really tells me that you are feeling excited. Like, I feel like you're feeling enthusiastic about your future. I'm not really sure what the Nine of Swords is about. Again, the Nine of Swords could just say, there's going to be an opportunity for you to repeat a cycle. Don't, right? And the Page of Wands could be saying, keep moving towards your enthusiasm or things that make you feel excited. He is feeling excited and he is enthusiastic for his journey. and that's what he moves towards, and that's what you should do, plain and simple. So I would kind of like stick to that. You have the Nine of Swords here. And again, the Nine of Swords is a never-ending nightmare. The Nine of Swords kind of represents you being in a position where it's like you're uncomfortable, but he's not uncomfortable enough to make a change. He is kind of like stuck in this change that he's thinking about making. So I always say, like, don't let a situation become a tower moment, more or less, right? Because the next step is the tower, where if you're not willing to make a change, or if you keep repeating a cycle, the universe will kind of like create a tower moment for you. But again, we're going to clarify. You have this Y card. This could be part of the problem. Like, you could be revisiting something and asking, why did this have to happen, or why did I have to go through this? But really, this is saying, like, don't keep living in this round-around situation. Don't keep reliving something that just wasn't meant to work out. The hands of fate right here. This was like fated to not, maybe something was fated to not work out. Maybe it was just here to teach you something, and then moving past it is going to set you free. With the Seven of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Swords. I'm hearing great progress. I actually feel pretty good about this. Normally, I'm not a big fan of the Knight of Swords. He is like, that horse looks stressed out. He is like forcing that horse to go as fast as possible. But I am getting like progress, or that you are making great progress in your life. So, I don't know. I feel pretty good about that. With the Six of Cups, you have the Nine of Wands here. Nine of Wands is about boundaries and putting up boundaries. It's also about not giving up. So if there is some sort of dream, goal, wish, dream that you have that you're trying to accomplish, the Nine of Wands says you need to keep experimenting and keep trying. I always look at the Nine of Wands as my card of throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. So it basically says you have to experiment your way to success. With the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Star, your card, amazing. This just says that you're working on yourself, that you are working towards goals, wishes, dreams. The Star is also a card of like hope, faith, and renewal. And I do feel like the miracle that you could be receiving there is something that gives you hope. Or, I kind of felt like breakthrough energy on that Ace of Pentacles. So if you've been feeling stuck and like you can't have a breakthrough, or like things aren't moving forward, I feel in the near future you're going to be getting, kind of observing something that does work well. With the Page of Swords, can't make this up. You have the Devil right here. So, again, I think this was something, whatever this was in the past, it was a toxic situation, and you could be thinking about it now, but, again, I think it's right that you're moving forward here, Aquarius. The Devil is like an energy vampire, and I always say that, sometimes, like, there can be good things in life that, kind of start to steal our energy. Like, it could even be a job, right? I'm sure you've all had a job that you quit too late, that you should have quit sooner, right? And I kind of get that feeling here where it's like, this doesn't have to be, some sort of big deal. It doesn't even have to be a person. It could just be something that kind of like sucks your energy away, and removing that thing is setting you free. With the Death card, you have the Two of Pentacles. Yep, you have a choice, plain and simple. I think sometimes the Two of Pentacles just represents a decision to make. You can't give like everything your energy, is what this card says. It says that there might be a bunch of situations that you want to be in your life, but you can't like do everything at once. And so you have to make a choice. And I feel this is encouraging you to remove anything that sucks your energy and move towards things that provide you with energy. But also, I feel with the Nine of Pentacles that the whole entire reading is encouraging a focus. It's like saying, maybe you feel scattered because you are being scattered, or because your energy is all over the place, and just channeling it into one thing, like one project or one relationship, or, focusing on the relationships in your life that actually matter to you, or that really lead to positive results. Kind of like channeling your focus is what this reading is saying. With the Ace of Pentacles, yes, you have the Justice card. Everything I just said, right? Justice is cause and effect. It says either things work or they don't. You put energy into something, you get a result, or you don't. And that's exactly what I would be focusing on if I were you, Aquarius, is just cause and effect, like what's working, what's not working, how can I double down on the good stuff and keep moving in that direction. I also do feel that if you have had like a toxic situation or person, or if you've been dealing with like a divorce or separation, that this literally could just represent justice coming in for you. So there could be a little bit of karmic justice or rebalancing. With the Strength card, you have the Five Wands. Everything I said on the Strength card, again, I think you've learned. It's pretty obvious to me that Aquarius in particular has learned through like who's right and who's wrong, but through conflicts, or through trusting the wrong people. And so I feel like you have, probably over the last few years, you've learned who you can trust and who you can't trust. maybe you've made some mistakes there, but guess what? We all have made these mistakes of like trusting the wrong person, or believing a person when we should have made our own decisions, right? And like I always say, this doesn't have to be that big of a deal, It's like, how many times in life have you done something that someone tells you to do and you don't really want to do it, but you do it and then you regret it later? These are moments that teach us to, trust our instincts or trust our intuition, or, whatever the case may be. With the Page of Wands, you have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords, moving on to calmer shores. I feel you are moving away from something. It's kind of like you're, starting over in some ways in your life. But this is like you starting from a fresh, solid, new foundation that will probably bring miracles into your life. With that Six of Swords, or the Nine of Swords again, you have the Six of Cups. So do not repeat something here, Aquarius. Six of Cups, I don't personally read it as an ex coming back. To me, it kind of more represents, kind of thinking about the past. And I feel this is saying, like, keep moving forward, right? You have this November card and this Caterpillar card. It says, things will not always be this way. A change is coming. Yes, maybe you felt stuck since November. Maybe it's been since the last November, like 2022 November, that you've been feeling stuck. But now I feel like you've been going through a transformation. You do have another Dagger card, just like that one. It says, fears, worries, tense situation. I feel like some of you, I am kind of getting apology vibes here as well. So some of you could be giving an apology, or it could be getting an apology, and it could be causing some anxiety. But if this is an apology, it could be bringing justice into your life, so not necessarily a bad thing. You have a star. It says guaranteed success. The guaranteed success is right here. The Ace of Pentacles. I think that you are kind of having a breakthrough, or there is a breakthrough moment. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Like, I think that it's something that could make you a little nervous, like as you get closer to the goal. So you're going to have to push through that nervous feeling, but I think you will. You have this haystack. It says karma. You will reap what you have sown. And we do see karma here again with the justice card right here. So you could be, kind of receiving positive karma. You have this tree. It says affairs with your family. And so, again, I feel like some of you have trusted the wrong people. And, but this doesn't have to be bad things either. You could just be dealing with family. This looks pretty good. Miracles are endless. Again, there is something you have to deal with here, but other than that, looks good. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.